Kenny, what did you think was the issue early on in this game?
I mean, 10 turnovers, was it, in the first quarter? Story of the game. I mean, we're lucky. We cut it to 15, even after 10 turnovers. So, yeah, that was kind of the story of the game. And we got down in such a big hole, fought back, had a chance. But, you can't get off to a start like that on the road, turn the ball over like that on the road.
They hit 21 threes. Obviously, they were without several of their creators. How did you think that happened against you guys defensively?
Yeah, I mean, they shot the heck out of it, cooled down a little in the second half, but, credit to them. They really shot the ball well. Got to look at it, see if our contests were right. I thought their drive game hurt us, right? They drive and kick. We're in the gaps, they kick, hitting threes. It just, our drive defense could have been better and our contest could have been better. That's before watching the film.
When you guys are down by, I believe it was 23, and you fight all the way back, how much energy does that take to when it comes time to close out the game? It's tough?
Of course it does. But, we play a lot of guys. So it's not like, I don't think we ran out of gas, so to speak. I thought it was more, them playing well. And I felt like they got a couple of key offensive rebounds. We get a stop, and we got to clean that up. I mean, that to me, that's our Achilles heel right now. Defensive rebounding. They got some big ones at the end. Give that best team in the league extra possessions. It really hurts you.
What went into the decision after halftime to put Sam in the first five coming out in the third quarter as opposed to Dean?
Yeah, I felt like we needed more shooting. We needed more, again, Sam, more space for James and Don to work.
What did you think of the way that Jarrett and Evan played today?
Yeah, I mean, they were fine. I mean, they didn't have, stellar games. I think Evan's still trying to get his footing, right, after the injury. Showed some real good flashes. Had a couple good looks there. At the end of the game that he's got to knock down. J.A. was not Superman today, but, it happens. Listen, this is not an excuse. This is a tough schedule, right? Like 3 and 4, noon game, it is what it is, and you got to overcome that. But, tough schedule game. So I'm proud of the way the guys fought back and gave us a chance.
How much do you think the scheduling impacted things?
I mean, it's always part. That's the reality of the life in this league, right? Like you know when you're at a probably a scheduling deficit. You know it. Before the game. We don't tell the players, but I know. I know what the schedule is. So I definitely can have a little empathy after the game. That's not an excuse, though.
You had a couple possessions, defensive possessions. I think late in the third, you had Dennis pressure the ball in the front court, led to a turnover and a bucket by Donovan. Why is that hard to repeat during the regular season, to run that kind of defense like more than a couple possessions at a time?
I mean, there are certain teams that do it in this league. They do it. You have to have a special guy on the ball that can do it for however minutes. Even Dennis can't. It's hard to repeat that physically. To repeat that, I can only think of 1 or 2 guys in the league that can do that consistently all game. So Dennis does it a lot. It helps us. We'll keep using him in that role.
And then the Thunder are champs, so obviously they're pretty good. But why is their style tough to play against? What do they do that makes it outside of the talent?
I don't know. They got lottery talent. It abounds. That's always the first thing I look at. They got lottery talent, and then they have good continuity, right? The roster, a lot of those guys played in the G League. The guys come up, so they have a system that helps with their chemistry and continuity. But it always starts with the talent.
Chris Gambit.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, Ken. Did this have the feel of an elevated game?
I don't know. Like I said, the scheduling thing was a little different, right? Like that. So, Like I said, 3 and 4, we got a noon game, on the road. Makes it a little different. Just it is what it is. But yeah, I mean, guys, I don't know, guys were competing. The crowd was really into it. I thought playoff wise, that was a playoff ambiance. Give it credit to their crowd. And yeah, I mean, guys were playing like it was a playoff game.
You guys finally took the lead. It only lasted for 90 seconds. Why was it so hard to withstand their pushback after you did claim that lead?
I mean, yeah, I mean, we I'd have to go back and look exactly how we lost it. I did feel like we had a couple bad offensive possessions that got them transition buckets. Our shot quality wasn't great. I blame it probably more on the offense than the defense. With this team, you can't give them possessions, whether it's a turnover or a bad shot. They're number 1 in the league in transition efficiency, because they cause turnovers, which equal layups. And then if you take bad shots, they go down and they score. So I felt like that's what happened. That's how they got the lead back.
Talking about those turnovers with 10 in the first 7+ minutes, is it just a situation when playing against Oklahoma City, like you have to feel a level of pressure and intensity? It's different than what you can prepare for.
Yeah, I mean, it is. That's their identity, right? They're third in the league and causing turnovers, been number 1 last year, right? Like that's what they do. Your screening's got to be better. Your spacing's got to be better. You got to play through their physicality, their reaches, their fouling. You got to play through it. And we did turn it around, though. Like after, that first stretch, I thought we did a much better job taking care of the ball.